everybody, I'm Kate, and I'm one of the bartenders here at Brew, and today I'm going to learn you a thing or two about absinthe. Absinthe first started being mass-produced in France in the 1700s, and it got super popular super fast to where it ended up outselling wine in France in the early 1900s. And so the wine industry got pissed and decided to start a smear campaign about absinthe and started saying that if you drink absinthe, you will murder people and you will hallucinate and go crazy and murder people. It got legalized back in 2007 thanks to the Lucid Absinthe Company because they were like, hey, it actually doesn't do what everyone says it does. The part that everyone claimed was the part of absinthe that made people hallucinate is thujone, which is a part of wormwood. It's in such small doses that in order for you to actually be affected by it, you'll probably die of alcohol poisoning first. It kind of got infamous via pop culture, which was really cool. The thing with Moulin Rouge, that's actually one of the first times I ever saw absinthe. You know, they portray it as the green fairy, and that was kind of like a marketing scheme because they kind of embraced that. And we're like, oh, it's the green fairy. And they also have the green hour, which was 5 p.m. in France was when everyone would drink absinthe. So they kind of embraced the whole, like, only the bad people and the artists and all these types, degenerates are drinking absinthe. So it's just kind of turned infamous, really. Absinthe is traditionally done with a dripper with a sugar cube on top. If someone tries to light it on fire in front of you and do it that way, it's because they have a cheap absinthe and they don't know what they're doing. It tastes very strongly of licorice. So if you're not a fan of licorice, I would avoid it. It's very strong tasting. So Pernod is actually one of the first ever distilleries of absinthe. So it is one of the oldest known brands and the most famous. Price-wise, this is actually one of our cheaper absinthes, but we have all the ones that we have here are actually really good. My personal favorite is one called Copper and Kings that we have, and it's a clear absinthe. If someone's curious about it, I definitely will start them on Copper and Kings because out of all the ones that we have, it is the mildest tasting one, and then work them up from there. If you order absinthe, ask for it traditionally. Traditionally is with the absinthe dripper, where we use the sugar cube over the spoon and drip the water on it, and that's typically how it's drank. You should never shoot absinthe. If you have a friend that wants you to take a shot of it, you should get better friends. You don't want to shoot it because it goes anywhere from like 110 to 160 proof, so it will get you drunk very fast, and you will have a bad time. So absinthe is such a strong flavor that pairing it is a little bit more difficult. But on our menu, our house chips are really good with it. The blue cheese and the saltiness kind of like complement the licorice aspect of it. For some, it's weird, but it works. Hey, come to Brew and ask for me, Kate, the best bartender here named Kate.